Welcome to Second Coffee. I'm Michael Woodfolk. I'm president of the Darden School Foundation. And the foundation is here to support you as students, but more importantly, it's here to support you long after your time is up at Darden. Now, many of you have started working with the foundation already, with Shale and Samantha, in particular with the class gift, but for us it's about much more than that, because what you're standing in, what you're a part of, is part of this lifelong connection to our base. Now, why are we here this morning? Well, it's Second Coffee and you need a little bit of a break, but we're here this morning so you can hear the announcements of the next group of the Frank E. Genovese Second Year Fellowship recipients. Now that sounds like a lot because it's a lot. I'm serious. It's a lot. Frank is a mentor. He's been a lifelong friend of Darden. He's been a 22-year friend of mine. And more importantly, for Frank, he's connected to the school forever and ever. I'm going to turn the floor now to Dean Scott Beardsley, who's going to tell you more about Frank E. Genovese, the man, the connection to Darden. Scott?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for joining us for this great tradition, the annual announcement of the Frank Genovese Second Year Fellowships. I feel really privileged and happy that we can do this all in person right here, so it's awesome. Frank is a very generous alumnus and benefactor who continues to give back to Darden through his time, talent, and resources. Let me just tell you a little bit about Frank before we get to the announcement and the excitement. Frank is a veteran of the United States Marine Corps and a proud member of the great class of 1974. After Darden, Frank built a long and successful career owning and operating various businesses and retired as president of the Rothbury Company, an M&A firm and investment company. Here at Darden, he served many different roles. Served as a lecturer in the course Acquisitions of Closely Held Enterprises, and he's a member of the Principal Donor Society, an Abbott Award recipient for the greatest alumnus of Darden, and a former member and chair of the Darden School Foundation Board of Trustees, and also a member of the University of Virginia Board of Visitors, the board that manages the university. The students who are in the top 30% of the first-year class who express a desire to seek employment in a general management role or to own their own businesses are eligible to apply for the Genovese Fellowship. Frank is very involved in a thorough application and interviewing process. The recipient of the fellowship receives an award that essentially covers the entire cost of second-year tuition. So this is a hugely generous and prestigious award. This is the 30th year of the fellowship. This morning's recipients will join a network of 78 previous Genovese Fellows. And so in addition to the significant monetary award, there's a large and willing network of previous recipients and mentors available to help realize the ambitions of this year's award winners. Frank is an amazing mentor to so many and keeps up with the fellowship recipients as they grow in their lives and in their careers. And they also keep up with each other, forming a nice, tight-knit community, a community within a community. Frank's example has also built a new generation of support for the Darden School, as last year, 3 past Genovese Fellows launched their own scholarship funds on their own to support future Darden students like yourself. So in that way, it's like the gift that just keeps giving. Frank, thank you so much for all you do for Darden, and its students, for all of you. And without further ado, let me turn it over to Frank to tell us the excitement for the day. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, everybody. I don't know if you heard, but last week the Pope was in New York, and he was in the back of a limousine. And he asked the driver, do you mind if I drive? And of course, Your Eminence. So they switch places. Pope's driving down the New Jersey Turnpike, 80 miles an hour. Whoopee, 90, 100. Pope's having a great time. Pope's never driven a limousine. 120 miles an hour. Woo, cop sees him, stops him. Gets worried, calls the chief. Says, Chief, I got a problem. Well, what is it? Got a limousine going 120 miles an hour, and he's really big. How big can he be? Is he the governor? No, bigger. Mayor of New York? Bigger. Mayor's wife? No, bigger. How big can he be? Don't know, but he has the Pope driving for him. Oh. I think they heard it before. A clean joke. Well, good morning, everybody. Today, I'm very excited to be here. We're going to award, I'm going to give away $300,000 this morning. That's what it adds up to. I believe giving money away is probably one of life's great gifts, and I enjoy it, and I'm sure when you guys are all out there and start giving, you'll enjoy it too. The only better joy in life would be to shoot a 72 par golf, and I'm never going to do that. Over the past several years, as the Dean mentioned, I've been lucky enough to own 9 businesses. I was also an owner-operator. It wasn't just an investment firm. And all but one succeeded, thank goodness. So I have enough money, and more money than I ever thought that I would have. We grew up pretty lower middle class in Brooklyn. I grew up in Hartford. I got into college by the skin of my teeth. I had a 1.4 or 1.6 after my first year. So that's either a D plus or a B minus, or a C minus. So I quit, went in the Marine Corps for 3 years, came back to UConn and did very well. But even after all that, I had a 550 GMAT and a 3.0 GPA, so there's no way I'm getting into Darden today. So thinking real hard about my life, what were the turning points? What contributed to my success? Definitely 2 to 3 major events. One was marrying my wife, now 50 years. Definitely helped a lot. And one of the others is Darden. It gets hard, though. Anyway, attending Darden was another one. Again, no way to get in today. So my wife and I thought about, how can we reward Darden for what it's done for us? And that's why we endowed the fellowships. And this is our way of paying back. Many of you're having a very unique experience. You don't understand it all right now, but I can tell you it'll be a turning point in your life too. And when it has a profound effect on you, I hope you also feel like you can give back to Darden. And you will all become successful. There's no doubt about that. So be overly generous when you can. Once you make it, the school, I think, deserves it. My wife and I, as mentioned, 29 years ago, we gave $1 million. The endowment has grown. We've given out $5.7 million from the endowment, and there's still $7.9 million in the bank. So I hope they teach compounding in class, because that's pure compounding. The school was smart enough to invest with Uvemco, which is owned by the University of Virginia, and they've returned 10 to 12% a year for 20 plus years on the money that you give them. They don't allow our money to go, only the school's money. We've all tried to give our money to Uvemco, but they won't take private money. So the first message I'd like to leave with you, when you become capable and you want to reward the school, do it as early as you can. So use the compounding to your advantage. All it does is grow the gift pool that you'll have that you can give more from later. Second message, never forget you're in the 0.1% of education in the world, and at least in the 1% of the smartest people in the world. So don't let anybody ever tell you you can't do what you want to do. And take the risk, go out there and do it. You know what? So you fail, you have an MBA from Darden, you go get a big job. Okay, today, so far, as he said, now 90% of the 79 Genovese Fellows who are out of school are already general managers, or they own a company, and that was our goal. That's what we're trying to do. And today, I'm very proud to award 4 $75,200 fellowships to Emily Corrali, Isn't this fun? Rachel Hurst. Brian Krentz. And Matt Philly. Thank you, everybody.